Okay, first thing you're going to do is go to the assignment and download the assets. It should be a background and then different parts of an astronaut. Then you're going to open After Effects, and this time you're going to click New Composition. So I'm going to click New Composition, and I'm going to make sure it's set to 1920 by 1080. I'm going to call it Astronaut. And the background can be whatever color you want, because we're going to put an image over the background. It should show about duration about 30 seconds here, just like in this exact format. Everything else should be the way it should be. So click OK. Here's mine. It has a checker background. Yours might not. It might be a white background, which is fine. Now I'm going to upload the project assets to this folder. So I double click on it, and not right click, by the way. Double click on it, and then I'm going to go to Downloads, and I'm going to look for the actually it's me under desktop for me, because that's where I download them. I'm going to go to the astronaut folder, and I'm going to import all of these, including the background. So now I have all those in there. Now, because I set the size, I can drop in, and I just click on these to see the image that I want to bring in. I'm going to bring in this one right here, which is the background. I'm going to bring it in and drop it. This is actually larger than the screen, which is what I want. And what I'd like you to do is kind of position it like this so that you have a little room on this side with more image. So something like this. Okay. Now, next thing I want to do is lock this in place for now so I don't mess it up. And then I'm going to put my astronaut together. So to do that, I'm going to take all these pieces right here, and I'm going to drag them down to here. So you can see I dropped them below my background layer, so I have to move my background layer, so I have to unlock it, move the background layer down to the bottom so that my astronaut pieces start to show up. Okay, so now I can see that there's a problem with the fact that it's showing the white box around my objects. I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'm going to go over to Effects and Presets over here. Now you may have not see effects. In that case, you go up to Window, and View, Window, and then go to Effects, which is here, Effects and Presets. So if it shows like this, you just go to Window, Effects and Presets, and you should then see all the effects. And I'm going to do Key, K-E-Y, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to look for a color key right here. And I'm going to drop that color key onto the astronaut piece here, and then I'm going to eyedrop the white like that to make it white. And it doesn't look great, but I'll take it. So now everything else is not showing. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drop the color key on all of each layer. So I'm going to go to the next layer, drop it, and then I'm going to color key the white out. So I click on the white. Click on this, color key, drop on that layer, and then I'm going to color key out the white. And all I'm doing is clicking on the area that is the white around it. Everything else would be like gray or a different color, so it's not going to get rid of it. And I'm going to go color key for this one, drop on that one, I'm going to go eyedropper, click on the white portion again, and this one I got to move because there's an arm behind it. And then I'm going to color key this one out. Again, I take color key, drop it on the layer that I want to change. I eyedrop the color white, gets rid of it, and then I color key the last piece, which I think is this one. Yeah. And then I'm going to eyedrop it. So now I have my astronaut kind of cut out. Okay, so that's what you do if you ever run into a situation where you need to get rid of pieces. Now, I'm going to make sure these are in the right order. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, and I'm going to move. I want this to be his left arm. And when I say his left arm, I mean his left arm, not the arm on the left. I want it to be his left arm. This is going to be his body. Oops, I moved the background because I didn't lock it back up again. I'm going to lock it again. Okay, so this is his body. I'm kind of seeing his body being up here, but I want his helmet to be in front of his body. So I'll get that fixed. Now this arm needs to be in front. So I'm looking at this layer. I'm going to drop this layer all the way up front. So that's his right arm. Sorry. His left arm should be behind. So I'm going to drop it all the way down to the bottom, except right in front of the background layer. And then the head, I want ahead of the body, so I'm going to actually drop it up near the top. And then, let's see, I'm going to take this leg and make it his front leg, so I'm going to move that to the front. Then this is be his back leg, so I'm going to drop that down to the back. Now, one of his arms is in the back of his leg, so I'll move this again. I'm going to click on his arm again and make sure that's on top of his leg. So now I've got him in order. So you should see something that looks like this. Arm and back, leg and back, oops, see? And then I want to have leg in front, but behind the right arm. Okay, so you can label these to make it a little easier if you want to, is you can go through and say, okay, this is right arm, so I'm going to rename it to right arm. Then I click on this, and it's going to rename it to right leg. This should be his head, yep, rename head. I click rename, this should be, click, this one is, oh, body, so rename it to body. Then you rename this one to left arm, so rename left arm. And then this one, rename to left leg. And if you look at the order I have here, it should be in this order. Right arm, right leg, head, body, arm, leg. The reason is because if his arm comes up further behind his head, we want it to come behind his head on this side. We don't want it to come in on the back of his head. His head should almost be in front, but the difference is this arm actually needs to be in front, because if this arm comes in front of the head, it should be in front of the head. So now I'm going to zoom in again, and we're going to make some changes here. I'm going to click on the body of the astronaut, and I see an anchor right there. That's in the right place. Don't need to change it. Okay. Now I'm going to click on his arm. So I'm going to go to left arm. And I can see that this left arm is right here, but I want it to be connected at the shoulder. I want the anchor to move. So I'm going to take the anchor, and I'm just going to take this anchor right here, and I'm going to move it to his shoulder. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the next piece down here. This is his leg. I want to move this and be right there. His hip. I'm going to go down here and move this one into his hip, this one into his shoulder, then his head I want to be at his neck. Okay. So the idea is that now if I grab any piece of him and move him and rotate him, it would rotate his head. So let's just use head as an example. So go to transform, and I'll go to rotate, and if I rotate it now, it rotates on the axis of his neck. Okay. So now I'm going to connect these. Okay, so right now, if I were to move him across the screen, I have to move him body part at a time. I don't want to do that, so Control Z. I'm going to connect them, and I want to connect everything to the body. Okay, I want the head connected to the body, the arm connected to the body. So I'm just going to go down here, and I'm not going to do anything for body, but everything else I'm going to select body, except for the background. So I'll go head to body. You don't do body to body, that would make no sense. So body, and then body. So now everything is connected to the body. All right. So now if I click on the body and I move it, the whole person moves. Okay. So I'm going to move him all the way back to here. All right. So now we're going to start to make him sort of run across the moon. Okay. So I'm going to bring him down here a little bit, zoom out so I can see the moon ground. So he'll start over here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to body and press P for position. And I'm going to click this to get this position. Okay. And now I'm going to move forward in the timeline about, let's go 15 seconds maybe. So right about here. I'm going to take him and I'm going to move him. Oops. See? Actually, I can just go down here and take his position, move him across the screen like this. I'll keep going. He's over here. Okay, so let's see how that works. So he goes from here to there. Okay, has the whole thing. Now I'm going to get rid of this diamond. I accidentally put down in there. So let's see if he moves across a little smoother. Okay, so it goes across smoother. Okay, so now I have to make him do sort of a running motion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with my character like this, and I'm going to take each body part and start to make it move. So I'm going to go to all of these, and then I'm going to, so what I did is I clicked on the right arm, and then I shift clicked on the left leg, and then I type R for rotation. And all I have to do is check one of these, and all of them change. Okay? Now I'm going to click off of it to make sure that I don't have it all selected. So I clicked off of it. And I'm just going to move the left arm first. So as I move this forward, I want his left arm to come up. So I'm going to go to, oh, I'm sorry, his right arm to come up. So I'm going to rotate his arm up. And at the same time, I want to rotate the other arm, the left arm, down. And then I want to have the left leg go down. So left leg is down, while the right leg is up. And I might want to rotate his left arm back a little bit more so that I can see it up the back a little bit like that. Okay, so that is move one. Then I'm going to pull forward, just, a little bit. Remember, the astronaut's out in space, so he's kind of moving slow, right? And now I want to do the opposite. So I'm going to take his right leg and move it back. And then I'm going to take his left leg and move it forward. Then I'm going to take his right arm, move it back, and his left arm, move it forward. Okay, so now you can kind of see I've got my guy kind of moving, right? He's actually running kind of funny. He's got his arms running the wrong direction, which is fine. But I'm just going to take this now, and I'm going to try to copy all of these. So I'm just going to copy these. Let me grab like this, move up so I can see the whole thing. Now, the only thing I don't want to copy is the background. I don't really care about the background. The background's too far down anyway. So I'm just going to click over here and drag and select, copy. Actually, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do one at a time. We're going to go right here, Command C. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward to here, out here, and then go Command V. I'm going to go here, Command V, here, Command V, here, Command V, here, Command V, and here, Command V. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to go Command C, put my playhead right here, line it up as best I can with this one, Command V, try to get Command C, Command V. Go here, Command V, Command V, Command V, Command V, and Command V. Alright, now the next body part, which I can skip the body and the head because they don't rotate. I might make them rotate later, Command C. And then I'm going to go Command V. Command V. Command V. Command V. Command V. Command V. I'm going to go down here and do the last one. Command C. Command V. Command V. Command V. Command V. Command V. And the last one. Command V. Alright. So now if I find I'm going to bring this down so I can see it a little bit better. And I'm going to bring my playhead back and press the space bar. And it hasn't really compiled yet, but we'll see what it does. It does pretty good. It has a little glitchy to it, but that's okay. Okay, now another thing I might want to do is go and apply ETEs to these. So if I go through, let me see if I can do it all at once. If I select all of these diamonds like this, click on them and I go to Keyframe Assistant and I go to Easy Ease. So give it a little bit smoother movement between. Let's see if you can tell a difference. Now it's a little smoother between. If I want, I could go down to the body layer and just kind of have him kind of bounce. So when he goes like this, if I have him, I'm going to move him up like this and move forward a couple. I'm going to go a bunch forward, have him come down, then forward, go back up, same distance. I'm using the body layer to do this because it'll follow everything. Back down, and then back up. Okay, so now if I play it, kind of goes up in the air and kind of comes down. Okay, and then you're going to export it and turn it in. So to do that, I go to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. Come down here, click on the blue link right here. Make sure that I save it somewhere I want to save it. So I'm going to save it on my desktop and call it Walking Astronaut. OPHS-ESPORTS. Click Save. Now I got to remember the last step is to render it. And then I turn it in, and you're done if you've got this looking this way.